Hey everybody, it's Kathy Weiss. I'm coming to you live from my reading room here on the central coast of California, and I have a bonus message for you today along with a universal card draw. So if you're just meeting me or getting to know me, I'm a highly sensitive intuitive. I read and interpret subtle energy that comes from not only your physical body, from also the universe through the skills of clairvoyance, which means that I see images in my mind, and clairaudience, which means that I hear words, phrases, and sentences. And some people call this channeling. So we would call this a channeled message. And what I'm feeling urged to do as we get into it, I'm super just diving in today, is just show you this morning. I was kind of in that state of receiving messages for maybe like 45, 50 minutes. I know it was just under an hour. And written, I did this bit down here, and then these 2 pages, and then I also sat just in receptivity and also typed on the computer probably at least another page or so. So there was a lot of information that came through this morning, and I'm definitely in a very receptive state right now. And so if you've been a little bit like waffling as to whether or not you wanted to schedule a custom reading, this is a really excellent time because I am definitely like way clear and really hearing and receiving messages that are meant for a lot of other people. So as we get into today's message, I'm probably going to be talking a little bit slower because I'm listening, and it's evident when I'm listening because I tend to look up and to my right, which is where it feels like I'm hearing things coming from. So out of this out of this notebook where I wrote a lot of information today, what I'm hearing is the most important and most meaningful for anyone who's watching live. And I know it's an awkward time and that I didn't necessarily even announce that I was coming on live. So a lot of you are going to end up watching this later. So whether you're watching live or watching later, this information is valid, meaningful, and relevant for you. So please stick with it so that you hear the piece that you need. So coming out of my notebook today, there was a section on water. And what I'm listening for is what you need to hear. So water nourishes, water rises, water falls, waterfalls, water craft, salt water, water is in abundance, water is abundance, water nourishes, water heals. You need more water in your life. So this means consume more water. It means to be around and in water. I'm hearing especially salt water. If you can be near salt water, such as the ocean or a salt lake, if you don't like to be in that type of water, be near it, be on the beach, be on the shore. If you're not in a place where you have easy access to that, you can create the saltwater environment by using Epsom salts in a warm bath, and use a salt lamp. If you don't know what a salt lamp is, just Google that, Himalayan salt rock lamp, and get yourself one of those because it creates the air similar to the air at the ocean with the salt in the air, which is very healing and beneficial. And I'm just hearing again a repeat that water heals and water nourishes. Get yourself near, in, or on water as often and as frequently as you can now for the next several days to potentially the next several weeks, and for a couple of you that are in need of deeper healing, even the next couple of months. Consume more water. And from there, we're going to move into pulling a card out of the Mother Mary Oracle deck. So this is a really lovely deck of cards, and what they are is inspirational tools to drive the conversation forward. I'm hearing that the card that I draw will support the message about water as well as add another layer into the message. So if the part about water wasn't resonating for you, the next piece of it will. So again, stick around even if you're like, I'm not feeling it. Just we're not done yet is what I'm hearing. So I did shuffle the deck prior to starting the video, but I do like to always reshuffle it in front of you a little bit. I'm kind of a sloppy shuffler with the cards because I want them to stay nice and firm and not creased or folded. So that's why I don't shuffle them like the way you know, like playing cards, you're like, I don't want to do that with these. So I just kind of sloppily move them around, but I do give them really decent shuffles off camera from time to time. So as I'm getting ready to pull today's card and you're watching live, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them down here. And if you end up watching later, you can still shoot me a comment and I will catch up with you and see if I can respond to you. So I have given the deck a nice extra shuffle. I'm also going to cut the deck one more time for us here today. And I'm seeing that, there we go. Okay, and then pulling right from the top of the deck, we have Our Lady of Blessing Bestowed. And there you can see this beautiful image. She is totally bestowing the blessing upon you. And I heard the word benediction, which means good word, I believe is the correct translation. I might have to double check that, but I believe benediction means good word, and it's when someone is bestowing good words of positivity upon you. So she's coming with a lot of positive, radiant love and light for you. I will be posting an image of the card after I'm done with the live video if you want to be able to examine it a little bit closer. And the thing that I'm mostly picking up on the image is her hand raised, and it's just like she's just pouring that positive energy out to you. I am going to dive into the guidebook and pull out the relevant information that you need to hear along with this card today. And what she says is, I am offering you a spiritual gift, the gift of a heavenly blessing. And what I'm hearing is, have you been praying? Because blessings are bestowed upon you all the time, but when you're seeking a particular blessing, you need to empower your spirit guides and angels by asking them specifically. So they are always standing at the ready and always willing and able to help you, but you must empower them through your asking. And that I'm hearing to give you even a simple example of needing a parking spot. Maybe you're in the car with a crying infant who needs your attention, or there is some sort of time urgency and you need to park and get out of your car. And as you are approaching the area, you can simply say, dear angels and guides, please assist me by providing a parking spot that is quick and easy for me to access. I am grateful in advance. And you can always include how that would make you feel. It would be a relief. It would make things easier. I could tend to my child, whatever it is. And that empowers your angels and guides. So there is this gift of heavenly blessing, and the blessing may come through a person, place, or thing, or spring forth from within your own heart, unfolding like a blossoming rose. So here's the deal, you guys. When our prayers are being answered, it's not like a literal angel comes down from heaven and there's like trumpets, whoa, and that like angelic music, whoa, and here you like, oh my gosh, there's the miracle and the blessing that I've been praying for. We're all tentacles of the cosmic jellyfish. Each of us is that divine energy. And so answers come to us through other people, through our experiences, through the objects that are in the world, because those things have all been divinely created through other human beings. And so your task is to recognize that. And it means being aware and turned on and paying attention, remembering your prayers, being honest and sincere in your prayers, and seeing them unfold before you, which for many of us can be a challenge because we We're too busy being distracted by life, by our electronics, by substances, by all kinds of other things. So know that this blessing is coming to you, and you are being tasked and asked to pay attention so that you can receive your blessing. A blessing sounds like a marvelous happening, and it is. However, we can forget divine energy. This is kind of what I was saying. We're not always aware that it's there. It's concentrated and will cause healing and will move circumstances and situations along at a rapid pace. And this is where the beginning of the message about water ties in. Water right now is a very healing substance for you. And again, you're being asked to consume it, be near it, on it, or in it, especially salt water if you can. Although given freely, the grace of the blessing is that it happens when the time is right and not a moment too soon or too late. Okay, so it can be easy to get impatient and be like, well, Kathy said my blessing was coming. Where is it? Sometimes you simply have arrived at the path before the blessing. And it's your job to just kind of hang out there and be patient and trust and have faith that it is on the way. There was one more thing I caught out of the corner of my eye that I felt was tied into this message, and now here it is. Okay. This oracle is coming to you because the time is right for you, and this blessing is being offered to you now, whether you understand its ultimate purpose or not. So sometimes, that phrase, blessing in disguise. You don't even have to know a blessing is happening in order for it to work its magic. Oh my gosh, okay, I have to show you something out of my notebook. It just like dinged at me. This is from 2 or 3 days, Saturday. Today is Wednesday. This is from Saturday. Really large. I just felt inspired to write magic and wonder. And so tying everything together here is that there is so much magic happening around you, for you, to you, and through you. And the wonder is what I was indicating with the card and the awareness, and to be like, I prayed for the parking spot and it happened. Wow, thank you. And to be like, that is like amazing and crazy, and how did that happen? Or whatever it is, that's just an example. But to know that those miracles and blessings are happening and unfolding right now. And while you may not recognize it, you can just trust that magic is happening in your life. I'm hearing an end transmission, and that today's message is complete. So if you tuned in the middle or towards the end, I highly encourage you to go back and catch the beginning, because a lot of good stuff came through in today's message. And if you were like, not really, but I know there's something that I should be hearing, message me and let's set you up a custom reading, and you and I can get together and really get into the healing energy tools, techniques, whatever it is that you're needing. So thank you so much for tuning in live. Make sure to catch me again on Monday when I do a live intuitive reading specifically for someone. And there may be another channeled message coming later this week or early next week, because like I was saying at the top of the video, I'm really receiving a lot right now, and there's a lot that needs to come through for you. So have a beautiful rest of your Wednesday, or whatever day it is when you watched this video, and I will see you again soon. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Namaste.